Welcome to IABM TV. I'm here with Suzana Brady from Cobalt Digital. Welcome, Suzana.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So tell us, what are you doing here at IBC and what's new at the show? And what sort of trends are you observing?
Well, we noticed that there's been the same trends for the last few years, just different ways of approaching similar things. So for Cobalt, we're big into 4K, 2110. Dante audio is a key market for us also. And one latest thing that we've been participating on for the last 5 years is on the RIST forum community. So RIST stands for Reliable Internet Stream Transport. So that's the latest in low latency delivery over unsecured networks. So it's an initiative that is very close and dear to Cobalt's heart. We're very involved. Dr. Ciro Noronha is the president of the forum. I'm the chairperson. And we've been heavily involved, so we can talk a little bit more about some of the developments and what's coming up.
That's great. And you've got a solution for using the internet as a video transport mechanism. Can you tell us more about that solution?
Yeah, so in 2017 it was very clear that there were some great quality contribution live video delivery mechanisms from various vendors. Unfortunately, those devices were only compatible with the decoders from the same manufacturer, so the different solutions were not interoperable. So under the Video Services Forum agenda back at VidTrans in 2017, a group of brilliant people discussed, hey, why don't we come up with something interoperable that actually the whole industry can benefit from, and that frankly would be more practical. It wasn't just practical. There were some great solutions, but they didn't talk to each other. It wasn't practical. So that's how the RIST initiative was born, and they created the RIST Activity Group, which is a group of really specialists from anybody in the world who wants to contribute. Today we have 215 member companies, and they came up with the technical recommendation specifications for a common interoperable protocol on how to deliver over unsecured networks, supporting legacy devices. So they came up with several profiles. So there's the simple profile, which features interoperable ARQ and packet loss recovery and all kinds of features and configurable behaviors. So a company can adopt the entry-level interoperability level and just a simple profile. If they want to be fully compliant in other levels, they can adopt the next profile up, which is the main profile, which deals with transport of point to multi-point services or encryption, authentication. Recently, the RIST Activity Group released the advanced profile. So anyway, there's different layers and different levels, but the reality is there's a common interoperable protocol out there, and there's 250 member companies, including Disney, AWS, and Cobalt Digital. So Cobalt is very supportive of the technology, and we have it in our compression products and our SafeLink Gateway, which is a newer product that we have. That it was created exactly to use RIST to protect any live and audio video data over unsecured networks for legacy devices. So that's something we're focusing on at IBC. That goes hand in hand. It supports UDP, RTP, RIST, FEC, and it's been very handy to connect older networks with more current, network and workflows. So.
And tell us, I saw that you've got a partnership with Technicolor on your booth. Can you tell us a bit about that?
That's true. Well, we've been partnered with Advanced by Technicolor for a few years now. Initially, they came out with their ITM technology, the Intelligent Tone Mapping technology, which it was basic SDR to HDR conversion and vice versa. In the last few months, they came up with RITM, which is reversible intelligent tone mapping or inverse tone mapping, and that is really like a round trip. And now basically they had SL HDR. Now they created SL HDR1, which really the emission, the final result is a stream that if you have an SDR device display, you will see the original content of SDR after going SDR, HDR, back to SDR, but you see the exact original content in SDR if your display only supports SDR. But if your display supports HDR, then the stream carries this HDR metadata and allows you to basically benefit from all the enhancements of HDR technology. So we've looked into other HDR, SDR conversion technologies in the past. We decided that this was the superior processing engine out there. We're the only, if you want to buy advanced HDR by technology, you must go with the Cobalt hardware. And we added their encoding and decoding capabilities to our very capable advanced audio video processing card, our 9904 UDX 4K, which already supports many functions such as up and down cross conversion, color correction, static 3D LUTs, but now also supports SL-HDR by advanced by Technicolor. So we won awards for this, and several of our solutions have hooks on special industries. So we do HDR in a very unique way that's been very successful. We do RIST, we do Dante implementation in a very high density special way. So everything we do, we find an angle that's very unique to Cobalt, and that thanks to our fabulous engineering team and some great ideas from customers and partners. So.
And talking about partnerships and customers, you had a forum reception for a RIST forum. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, so we had, like I said, Dr. Cyril Noronha is the president of the forum, I'm the chairperson. So we hosted dozens of the RIST community members at our booth on Sunday evening, and it was fantastic. It was fabulous. People from all over the world we only get to see at an event like this, so it was great. And we're also celebrating at this show our 25th anniversary. So Cobalt was founded in 1997 based on a very tiny request for a small SDI to analog converter, and from small customer named NEP. And 25 years later, we're here with hundreds of products. We're mostly famous for our Open Gear form factor. Cobalt and RIST Video were founders of the Open Gear Consortium back in 2006. So ever since then, we put a big, basically footprint all over the world with the Open Gear form factor, and hundreds of products later, yesterday we won another award for our Open Gear form factor delivery for one of our technologies. And so now we have 40-something awards and an Emmy that we won a couple of years ago. So the company has done really well, and we're very happy, and it's just growth, steady growth. So we have big reasons to celebrate here.
That's fabulous news. I like the idea of a small company like NEP. So NEP has grown into rather a large organization, and so has Cobalt as well. And congratulations on your 25th anniversary. Suzana Brady from Cobalt Digital, thank you very much for joining us on IABM TV.
Thank you so much for having us. Thank you.